Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Fantasy Premier League with FPL Wizard. I hope you're all fine and I hope you're all doing well. And I hope you're having a good season. For me, the season is kind of, it started well, and then, it went off a bit, then it became a lot better. I moved up to 3000. And after that, it's been kind of petering out a little bit again, but next week bench boost, and in game week 37 I get to use the free hit. Even the wild card wasn't too encouraging, kind of, the decisions that I had. For example, I picked Havertz and Matip over Robertson and Saka. It backfired, absolutely backfired, on the wild card, because Alonso scored 19 points, Matip scored 8, Havertz scored 8, and Saka scored 13. So, I mean, there's like 50-50 has been going wrong for me this season, but sometimes you can't control these things. All you can do is have a plan, the way you play the game, and stick to the plan, guys. That's the most important thing. If you keep changing your plans mid-season, what happens is you kind of miss out on best of both worlds. Just stick to one plan and hit and hope. Don't change your plans, keep making good decisions, and eventually good things will come to you. That's just what I believe, and that's how I play the game. So yeah, I haven't made any transfers as of now, so this is basically my bus team. I'm going to make live transfers on the stream. I'm currently just mulling over which transfer to make, as I've been already discussing with the lads over on Twitter, but I'm gonna make my transfer live here. Hey Surfrose, hey Smellywab, Light Rays, Sam, Howard, welcome guys. So Surfrose says, hi Wiz. Light Rays says, easy question Wiz, who starts for Chelsea? Light Rays, to be honest with you, again, we don't have any specific information, but they do these predictions on Twitter. And according to those predictions, I can actually give you the link of that tweet. Actually, you can go and check for yourself. I'll post it here. So this is the link for the tweet. According to them, Rudiger starts, Thiago Silva starts, Pulisic has 72% chance of starting, Mount has 83% chance of starting, Havertz has 33% chance of starting, Lukaku is 78%. So Alonso, I don't think they've done Alonso. Yeah, Alonso's 89%. Reece James is 83%. So all of those who own James and Alonso should be safe. Easily safe. Hey Jax, I hope you're fine, my friend. Hey Jackson, I hope you're doing well. Sam says, can I play my bench boost and free hit in back-to-back game weeks? Yes, definitely, Sam. You can do that. No problem. Howard says, hi, Ronaldo, Barnes and Cody to Nketiah, De Bruyne and Laporte for a -8. See, I like the transfers. The thing is, you can keep Ronaldo. I don't think you need to move him to De Bruyne. In fact, I mean, United are, they're trying to go for the top 4, top 6. Ronaldo is the only one who's scoring goals, and they have a decent fixture against Brentford at Old Trafford. I mean, Brentford have been playing really well, but I think United, if they can play well against Chelsea, I think Ronaldo can definitely score against Brentford too. Barnes and Cody you can transfer out for somebody if you want. For example, somebody like Foden in place of Kevin De Bruyne, or somebody like, maybe you can just go for somebody like Bernardo Silva if you don't want to take a -8. Michael Connor says, hey Wiz, Havertz out for Foden or Saka? The problem with getting Foden is we're not sure if Foden starts. My overall rank is, I think, 42,000 at the moment. Yeah, so I'm hoping to finish as high as possible, but yeah. Sam says, perfect. My plan is bench boost 36, free hit 37, since I have a lot more double system. That's exactly what I plan to do as well, Sam. I plan to free hit in 37 and bench boost in 36 as well. Hey Barry, I hope you're fine. Hope you're doing fine, having a great season. Rafa and Reza says, hi bro, who's your captain? Currently my captain is on Salah. I've been thinking whether to kind of move my captaincy to Sterling or take out Sterling for Son. I've been thinking, like, I have two different transfer plans. One is I can take out Havertz for Bukayo Saka. The second one is Sterling to Son. And obviously, you know, the one which I go with is going to be the wrong one. So whichever move I make, you should go for the opposite one and you'll be successful, because this has been a season of absolute Murphy's Law for me. Whatever can happen does happen in my team. You know, for example, every time I have two options, you remember that game week 31, I had to go for a Wolves defender. On the stream, I was making a decision. I said, okay, I'll go for Cody. I won't go for Johnny. Originally, I wanted to go for Johnny, but I said, okay, no, I'll go for Cody. And in the same game, Cody scored a goal, and then they conceded a goal. The next game, Johnny scored a goal. Cody did nothing at all. So, I mean, you know, this season, the 50-50s have been going against me. But the thing is, I'm willing to take a chance. If after so many 50-50s going against me, I'm on 40, 42, 43k, I mean, I'm hoping in the last 3 game weeks something goes for me, and I think my overall rank can be better. Saka has been training Jug. FPL Jug, the thing is, Saka is flagged, but he's had just a knock. I don't think there's a problem with Saka. I think he's going to play. And he's been seen in training as well. And I think Arsenal have a really, really kind of... a good shot at the top 4 now, and I don't think they can afford to leave Saka out. Barry says Doherty and Rafinha out for Veltman and Saka. Want to get Wong out, don't know what to do. The thing is, you don't need to obviously you need to get rid of Doherty for sure. Veltman, I'm not so sure, because Brighton's fixtures are like a mixed bag. Not sure what to make of Brighton right now, you know. But yeah, I think you have to get rid of Doherty more than you have to get rid of Rafinha. Hi mate, do you prefer KDB or Son for game week 35, 36, 38? The thing is, Brian, obviously I'd love to say I'd prefer KDB. The thing is, they're like, you know, in the Champions League, they're playing against Real Madrid. It was an amazing game to watch. They're 4-3 ahead, but I think Real Madrid have the upper hand in the tie because they have 3 away goals. So based on that, I think Son, Tottenham is trying to go for the top 4, and I think Son is a little cheaper than KDB as well. Surfer says Wiz got bench boost, free hit, and triple captain. Any suggestion? Surfer, I think you should have kind of used your triple captain in one of the game weeks, but it's all right, no problem. I think you can bench boost in one of the double game weeks, use your triple captain in one of the double game weeks, and free hit you can easily use in 38 as well. Or even in this game week if you want to, kind of, but 38 is also fine. Hey Viz, Captain Salah over Alonso captaincy has ruined me this year. George, I mean, I think it's alright, my friend. The thing is, it was a very strange game week, to be honest with you. Hard for me to say what happened. At least Salah got 6 points, right? I captained Mason Mount, who played 2 games and got like 4 points. Like, what can you do? Nobody can predict what's gonna happen, my friend. We can just see what's in front of us and take our decisions. Don't worry on that. Let's just keep making good decisions. Transfers made: Havertz to Coutinho, not taking it this week. That's fine, Nihal. I like that transfer a lot. I mean, I've been mulling over the same transfer. I've been thinking whether I should go for Coutinho. The thing is, I'm thinking whether I like Coutinho's fixtures more than Saka's fixtures, and I might, because I think Coutinho plays against Norwich this week, so that is the reason I like Coutinho. Captain Son, what do you think? Definitely Captain Son. Wiz, what are your views on Tavares as a Kilman replace? I don't think Tavares is a good option. I think the thing is, if we had any other option to play on left back for Arsenal, I don't think Tavares was gonna play. He's just in the team because we don't have any other option as a left back. I mean, the crowd was shouting for Arteta to take him off. I mean, I don't like crowd doing that against or any of our players, but I mean, crowd was shouting for the Arteta to take him off. That many mistakes he makes as a defender. He's good going forward, but he's not a good defender. If you had Kane, would you captain him? Definitely would. Mitch says thoughts on Pope, Cancelo, Trent, Pope, Cancelo, Trent, Cresswell, Salah, Mount, Diaz. Foden, Kulusevski. What do you mean, Mitch? Is this your wildcard team or is it just your team? Surfrose bench boost 36, free hit 37, triple captain on a differential 38 for me. Yeah, that can work as well. Absolutely. Shopman says worth -4 Sterling to Son, Havertz to Coutinho going bench boost. I think it's worth it, yeah. The thing is, if you're free hitting in 37, it makes Coutinho a little bit less attractive because the good fixtures of Coutinho are in 36 and 37. But you know, you can absolutely, for this game week against Norwich, you can still go for Coutinho. Why you didn't do any transfers this game week? What about getting Ronaldo? Ahmed, I'm going to make my transfer now, my friend. I'm going to make my transfer on stream. If I want to make my transfer, I can make it on stream as well. So yeah, that option is still open. Actually, I thought I could just play Rodriguez, but unfortunately he's flagged. You know, he has a, I think, calf strain or something like that. Otherwise, I could have easily played, you know, Rodriguez. Didn't need to make any transfers, but unfortunately he got injured. Not sure if he's going to play or not. Although the websites kind of seem to say that he is going to play. But, you know, can't predict. Let me see what Burnley lineup says. The Burnley lineup actually, you know, shows that Rodriguez is going to play. But with in my opinion, I don't, it's dubious, you know. Like, because if he suffered from an injury, you can't say if he's going to play or not. Anyways, let's just answer your questions. Excuse me. Would you take a Captain Havertz got a sketchy assist? Hey Buckshot, I hope you're fine. Sam says, would you take a hit to get rid of Havertz? Getting rid of him by the sound of him. The thing is, everybody's getting rid of Havertz because they don't expect him to start. You know, that is the reason. Because they have an FA Cup final coming up and Havertz, I don't know, maybe Lukaku's going to play, maybe Havertz is going to play against Everton. It's a bit like dicey here. I have Havertz and Werner, sell one for a -4 too. If I was to sell one of them, I'd possibly... That's the problem, you know. Is Vardy a good option on a wild card? I don't think so. But the thing is, if Leicester get knocked out by Roma, then Vardy could become a good option. If Leicester kind of survive in the Conference League, then I don't think so. Nail says final team: Ramsdale, Cancelo, Trent, Matip, James, Lisevski, Coutinho, Mount, Salah, Saka. Like that a lot. Kane, captain. I like your team a lot, my friend. Broja, Gelhardt, Shearer. Looks pretty good, my friend. George says, yeah, George asks, I have Havertz and Werner sell. If I had to sell one of them, I'd possibly sell Havertz. Captain De Bruyne or Salah. If I had both, I'd captain De Bruyne. I've got Werner, shall I get rid of him? See, it's up to you, my friend. You don't need to get rid of him. I mean, they have it, then alright fixture against Everton. You know, you can keep him if you want to. Because the thing is, there are no good strikers you want to get unless, you know, like you think Gabriel Jesus is a good option just after performing for one game week. I'm not so sure. You know, I'm not so sure if is Gabriel Jesus is the right option. Or Jesus is the right option. You know, let me go to my transfer page as well. Kind of, as I talk to you, I need to think about my own team. Because the thing is, I've got two options. And, you know, the thing is, everybody expects Sterling to play. The problem is not that Sterling is not going to play. The problem is he's not doing anything. You know, like, he played the entire game against Watford. Manchester City scored 5 goals. Sterling did not even get 1 assist. I mean, come on. Like, what's going on? 90 minutes against Watford. City scored 5 goals. I mean, Sterling doesn't even get 1 assist. How... I mean, you know... Can you see what happened? Like, I had 3 players, Laporte, Cancelo and Sterling. I got like 5 points out of that game. What is this insanity, guys? I mean, you know, sometimes you just can't do things right for some reason. I don't know what's going on this season. Smash that like button. Thank you so much, my friend. Sam says, I don't like Coutinho in FPL as a Villa fan, though he's a lot better at home. Boendia and Bailey already virtually confirmed to start, so he may not play. I have James and I think Coutinho is going to play this game. I think they need to win Villa. You know, they've not been performing well. I think against Norwich at home, I think there's a good chance for them to play well. You know, sure. I have James and Rudiger both. If I had both, I'd start both of them. Definitely would start both of them. Because I expect both of them to start. If I had them, I'll start them. Yeah, so about my team, guys. The thing is, there's one option I can do. I can simply move. For example, you see Sterling's inconsistency here. 11 points, 18 points, and in between nothing. You know, 14 points, in between absolutely nothing. You know, 11 points, Again, I mean, he's got this 8s and 9s in between, but overall, I mean, he's been inconsistent. For example, between 18 and 11, he's got 2, 3, 0, 0. I mean, sometimes he plays, sometimes he doesn't play. This time I expect him to start, but has Sterling ever, performed consistently this season? I can't say with any fair amount of certainty. You can see here, I took him as a chance on my wildcard. I never planned to keep him long term. The problem is a City double game week got announced for game week 36, and now I'm kind of in two minds whether to keep him, whether to sell him. What I can do is, one option which I have is I can get Son in place of Sterling this week, and next week I can possibly sell Havertz for, I can sell Havertz to get one of the, maybe Bernardo Silva, maybe Foden. For the double game week, I can do this as well. That's also an option for me. So I'm in two minds what to do, whether I just sell Sterling for Son and captain Son, because the thing is I don't like Son double game week. Next week again, for example, I get Son, Liverpool away, Arsenal at home is not the best double game week by any stretch of imagination. Although Son is a good player, he can score against anyone, but still. Jackson says I have James and Rudiger both. What shall I do? So I already answered that. Justin says, as I'm aiming for bench boost 36, do you think Kulusevski to Gordon, Tsimikas to Young, and Broja to Dennis are good moves? I think Kulusevski to Gordon is good. Tsimikas to Young is alright. If you think he starts both the games, yes, Tsimikas to Young is alright. I mean, I'd love cash, if you can go to cash, but I'm not sure if you have enough cash to go for cash. The thing is, or you said you can't afford cash, right? No, I think that's a different comment. Yeah. So in my opinion, go for cash. Broja to Dennis, that's subjective. I'm not sure about Broja to Dennis. You can keep Broja if you want to. Just do for. You can go for Nketiah as well. Eddie Nketiah. He also has a double game week. Dennis is okay as well if you want to go for Dennis. And Barry says bring in Konsa for Doherty. Yeah, I can bring in Konsa. At least he starts all the games. Go Ashley Young, Barry. Yep. You can go for Ashley Young as well. Yeah. Prajwal says, why to captain De Bruyne in place of Salah? Because Salah has, a Champions League tie and FA Cup final coming up. In between that, the sandwich Premier League game. So, they might decide to take him off early, give him a bit of a rest. Pradeep says, hello, brother. Hey, Pradeep. I hope you're fine. Asad says, hello, Viz. How are you? What is your transfer plan? I'm fine. Thank you so much for asking, my friend. The transfer plan is not yet confirmed. I am, kind of just mulling over my transfers. So gonna make my transfers 15 minutes before the deadline as such. So you're gonna have to wait a bit, my friend. Is Tavares a safe option? Does Cedric play left back? Tavares is not a safe option. I don't think Arteta prefers him. As soon as he feels that he has another option at left back, I think Tavares is gonna go out of the team. Babin says start Pukki or Nketiah. If I had the same option, I have Pukki and Nketiah. Both I'm starting Nketiah. Pedro says, hey Viz, hey Pedro, I hope you're fine, my friend. I hope your family is doing well. He says, my wildcard team is Schmeichel, Foster, Cancelo, Laporte, Trent, James, absolutely fine, no problems there. Alonso as well. Foden, Coutinho, Salah, Mount, Gordon. Foden, Coutinho, Salah, Mount. You could get Saka in place of Foden. The thing is, I'm not sure about Foden about his minutes, as how many minutes he plays. You could go for Saka. That's the only change I would make. Watkins, Dennis, Mateta. I think you could think about Nketiah. I'm not sure about Mateta as well. I'm not sure about how many minutes, because they got so many forwards. They've got Odsonne-Edouard, they've got Mateta, they've got Benteke, who can play there. So they've got many forward options. I'm not sure how nailed on Mateta is. But if you feel he's nailed on, then you can get him. Otherwise, I like that wildcard team a lot. I think you've got all the main teams and the main players covered. I like that a lot. Also, if you want, you can actually get rid of one of the Chelsea defenders and you can double up on Liverpool by using Matip. Who should I bench, Pukki or Jacob Ramsey? If I was you, I'd bench Jacob Ramsey and play Pukki. Barry says, Sam, thank you. Sam says, no worries, we'll have only one left back, so Young will start until Dean is back. Maybe until the last game or two. I agree with that. If I can get cash if I downgrade Dennis to Nketiah. I think that's the way to go then, Justin. Go for cash, go for Nketiah. I like that. Josh says, Sterling's just isn't a good option this season, Viz. I'm sure Liverpool will beat Spurs, but Son can score in that game, and Leicester and Arsenal are great fixtures. That is the reason I'm thinking to go for Son, my friend. I am thinking to go for Son. The problem is, I don't like Havertz in my team. So maybe what I'm going to do is possibly just get Saka along with, this. That is one option for me as well. Take a hit and just get Saka. And just play with this team, or just keep Havertz, put him on the bench. That's the other option. Bit of a situation here. My team is in, especially with the injury to J. Rodriguez. Is otherwise I could have just played him, but I'm gonna think about that. Sure, yeah. Pradit says, thanks a lot, Viz, for Fantasy League suggestion. No problem, my friend. You're always welcome. Anis says, should I keep Son on my wildcard team for bench boost and gaming? I think you should keep Son, yeah. I think Son is a great option, regardless of the team he plays against. I think Son is in good form. I think he can do well. Although I wasn't enthused by their performance against Brentford, but again, Brentford is a team in form as well, so we can't just discount that it's Brentford. And so, everybody has a license to win against them. I think Brentford is in a really good form. They beat Chelsea away from home at Stamford Bridge. Pradeep says, who is better to start, Foster or Ramsdale? If I had the option, I'd go for Ramsdale. I'm starting Foster because I don't prefer Schmeichel this game week. That is the reason I'm starting, because I think Leicester is going to start a weakened team against, and that is the reason I'm going for whichever decision I make this season, guys, it's just bound to go against me. That's the reason. If Sterling scores a hat-trick today, I want all of you to think about me and pray for me. That's all. Faz says, cheers, Wiz. Pedro, are you priced out of Nketiah? Is that what you mean? Can you please rephrase it? I don't understand that. Faz says, should I wildcard? I have to make 3 changes. Don't want to mind. Faz, the problem is the point is, what is the point of keeping your wildcard for such late? Wildcard is such an important card, For example, just play. I think you should. Maybe next week you can play your wildcard, if not now. For example, target the teams with the double and make a very strong team. Don't wildcard for the sake of it. But then you have to have if you're keeping your wildcard for such a long time, you should have a plan as to when you want to play it, my friend. Otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense to keep your wildcard for such a long time, bro. It's a very strong chip. You need to use it, the power. Havertz or Werner to bench or sell? I would sell Havertz. I would keep Werner if I had to. If I had to keep one. If I had to bench, I would bench Havertz, keep Werner. No Sterling hat-trick, says Pedro. Animation says, De Bruyne and Dennis for Kane and Dewsbury Hall for a -8. No chance. I would keep Kane and Dewsbury Hall. And captain Kane as well. George says, I think too much is being made of Chelsea players being rested. They will start at least one game in 36 and get minutes in the other. Don't rip up your team to sell them. Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But the thing is, I think if you had defenders, it is easier because they don't cost a lot. The problem with my team is I've got like Mount and Havertz, and that is the reason I'm a little bit, concerned as to what to do here. But let's see what happens here. Pedro says, I'm priced out by 0.1. I could downgrade Dennis Mateta to Mateta Nketiah. Now, the thing is, Mateta, I don't really know a lot about Palace to kind of suggest, for you to get Mateta. I'd love if you could get Zaha from that team, but Mateta I'm not so sure about, my friend. That is the problem. Other options are, there's no good options. The reason why I went for like J. Rodriguez on my wildcard is because there's no other good options in this price range, unfortunately. Pedro, that is the thing. I'm not worried. If Matip gets rotated, I'd be fine, but I think if Konate is playing in the Champions League, I think Matip is going to play in the Premier League. I just think that. I think Konate is going to play FA Cup final in the Champions League. I think Matip is going to play in the Premier League. Just what I think. Pass says, all my players have a double game week next week, so I'll triple captain going with wildcard this week. Yeah, that's fine, Fez. Make a good wildcard team, make a strong one, think about the next 3 game weeks to come. Pradeep says, what's your transfer plan? Currently, I'm looking at this transfer plan. Not made my transfer yet. Still not making it. Still thinking. I'm giving myself time to think. I don't have to kind of rush into my transfer. So I'm thinking I'll let you know as soon as I make the transfer. I'll make it in front of you here on the stream, guys. Shopman says Sterling to KDB, Werner to Tony by -4. I don't think... The thing is, Shopman, KDB is a very important player for City. They have a game against Real Madrid. You know, I think if you want to sell Sterling, I think you're better off going for Son. Again, you know, even in that 5-1, how many points did KDB get? I'm not even sure. 9 or 8? How many did he get? 9, you know, like, that's fine. I mean, Gabriel Jesus was the one who actually got all the points in that game. Should I go for Jesus? The thing is, I'm not sure, Ankit. You know, he scored in one game. Yeah, he scored, you know, I mean, crazy points. But I'm not sure if he's going to do it every week. That is the whole issue. Gabriel Jesus for Bro Yaveli start. Let me check the predictions. Jump the Wave. Emma had made the predictions. Let me check what they think about Gabriel Jesus. No, they expect Jesus to... Only 44% of their fans expect Jesus to start. Here, I'm going to share the link of the predictions of City as well here, guys. Pedro says, yep, that's right. No good options in that price range. FPL is like having a small blanket on a cold day. Cover legs or cover the chest. Head is always cold. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Pedro. The only way we can navigate this, Pedro, is to kind of just get 3 cheap forwards and be done with it. You know, that's the only option I think we have realistically. You know, Ivan Toney, I really like Ivan Toney as an option. The problem is he doesn't have any double game weeks coming up. You know, you could think about Ollie Watkins if you can afford, you know, somehow, because, you know, he's got 2 double game weeks coming up. But if you're gonna free hit in 37, then it doesn't make any sense to get Ollie Watkins. But if you're not gonna free hit in 37, then I think Ollie Watkins can also be looked at. You have Watkins. Okay, that's great. I need to check your team again. You have Watkins. Yeah, you already have Watkins, Dennis and Matata. I think if you could do it... no, but you can't get Pookie as well, right? Otherwise, Pookie and Nketiah would have been absolutely fine. I would downgrade Foden to Saka. Downgrade Foden to Saka, then you'll have all the money to get any forward you want. You know, I think that's the way to go. But the reason I'm not sure Foden plays all the games, bro. That's the only thing I want to say. Are you bringing in Son to captain him? You can consider rolling if you would captain Salah regardless. No, if I bring in Son, George, I'm going to captain Son, yes. Definitely going to captain Son if I bring him in. If I wouldn't captain Son, I would not bring him in. That is the simple logic. If I didn't want to captain him, I would not bring him in. I think let's just make the transfer. Let me set my team and answer your questions. I think I'm overthinking it, right? I'm gonna make my transfer. Permission denied? Come on, guys, I'm streaming. Have a little mercy on me. This is goddamn website. Alright, give me a second. FPL doesn't want me to make this transfer, guys. This is FPL for you. They warn you against making transfers. Give me a second, I'm possibly have to log in again. Whoa. Wouldn't it be so awesome if I couldn't log in? Yeah, I'm able to log in now. Well, thanks for nothing, FPL. Just give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry I had to. Sometimes. Yeah. They're just intentionally giving me more time to think. Not gonna think. Sterling to Son, boom. This is how we do it, you know. No time to think. No time for caution, as they like to say in Interstellar. Son, captain, vice captain, Salah. Now the problem is, I've got Havertz and Mount in the team. You know, that is the only issue I have. Like, do I want to play Havertz and Mount both? Because I don't think Havertz starts this game. That's the issue. Fast says Chris Wood replacement budget 7.4 million. Already have Pookie. Ollie Watkins is a good option. I think it's expensive. 7.4. You don't have any options in that range, my friend. Captain Coutinho, I think you have better options than Coutinho. If you have Kane or Son, I think you should go there. Otherwise, you can think about Salah as well. You know, if you have Ronaldo, I mean, you can think about Ronaldo as well. If anybody owns Ronaldo, you can think about Ronaldo as well. I really like the Leicester double in Gaming 36, but I really don't know who to own. The only player to own in Leicester is Kasper Schmeichel. All the others have a tendency to rotate. Havertz to Foden. No, I don't think so because Foden, I'm not sure if he's going to start. George says, my captain set to Son, so I can't suggest keeping Sterling, but I don't know. Sterling could get something against Leeds. Hard to say. I know he could get something against Leeds, my friend. The thing is, if he couldn't get 5-1 against Watford, he didn't score anything. I got him for 1 game week. I decided to move him on. If I decide to keep him, I think I'm going to be diverting from my plan. I have to stick with my plan. I think I have to stick with my plan. Kulusevski starts. I don't see why not. I think Kulusevski starts definitely. Thoughts on Mahrez? I don't think he starts. Give me a second here. Need to check. But honestly, I don't think he starts Mahrez. Let me check. I shared the link of the predictions with you guys. You can check for yourselves as well. But just in case, I'm checking for you. Mahrez... No chance he starts. All the fans, they are saying 8%. Even Bernardo Silva, they're saying 47%. With Foden, they're 49%. Although they're sure that KDB is going to start. 95% for KDB, 93% for KDB, 95% for Grealish. That is absolutely insane numbers for Grealish in the votes. I mean, if you want to take a punt on Grealish, you could possibly take a punt on Grealish as well, but he doesn't score many points is the problem. Yep. So no Mahrez in my opinion. I don't have any Spurs assets, only have 4.8 million in the bank, have to get rid of Share. Should I go for Romero? I think if you have to go for Romero, you can go for Davies. I think he sometimes offers a bit of a goal threat. You could even think of Emerson Royale. Emerson Royale is I think at least he's playing on the wings, as a right back, but he's more advanced. He attacks as a wing back. So in my opinion, you should think about Emerson Royale. I think he's a decent option. Scored a goal as well, I think, a couple of games back. So yeah, in my opinion, you can think about Emerson Royale more than you should think about Romero. Because Doherty is injured, I don't think he's coming back, so they don't have any more options in that same position. So yeah. Grealish. Yeah, Grealish is alright. The thing is, he starts the game. How many points he scores? Because the thing is, he doesn't score too many points. Why Son over Salah for captain? Just because I think that Salah might, get rested a little bit, or might get taken off at 70 minutes if like Liverpool are leading by 2-0 or something like that. I think Salah might get taken off because they have a match in the Champions League against Villarreal, and then they have a final against Chelsea of FA Cup. Too many games coming up and not too much time left in the season. Play Rodriguez. He is definitely starting at it against Watford. How do you think he's definitely starting? Start 2, Broja, Rodriguez, Maddison, Havertz. That's such a tough one. Sam, you always have the toughest of questions for me, my friend. I think you should, out of these, you should start Broja. Broja plays against Palace, Rodriguez, Maddison, Havertz. It's a difficult one. I'm not sure if he's starting. Cornet will not start. Rodriguez trained Thursday. Let me go to my predicted lineups. Yeah, J. Rodriguez should be fine. Maxwell Cornet has a knee injury. They have to assess him. He has a late fitness test, Maxwell Cornet. Sam says, I have Havertz and Rodriguez currently starting, if that helps. I think so. I think The problem with me is, I'm not sure about Havertz, if he starts or not, because in the predictions, the fans don't expect him to start the game. So that's the problem. I mean, nailed on players like Pookie, I keep them on the bench and I play Havertz, who I'm not sure if he starts the game or not. He comes on for like 10 minutes and he, eats up my points. It would not make any sense for me. Let me think about it a little bit more. Ikjot says -8 to bring Cancelo, Laporte and Coutinho. -8 is a bit much, but I like the transfers. Ankit says, okay, thank you, brother. My team is Ramsdale, Trent, Thiago Silva, Laporte, Cancelo, Cher, Salah, Matters, Saka, Odegaard, Mount, Dennis, Broja, Werner. Alright, Ankit. Looks fine, my friend. Looks alright. Cornet will not start Rodriguez train Thursday. I already read that. Sid says, I don't have any Spurs. I said Salah plays the early fixture. Captain Coutinho or Cancelo on my mind. I mean, Cancelo is a great captaincy option. He didn't play in the Champions League because he was suspended. I think he is nailed on to start today. Leeds hardly scoring any goals. It's just like, clinging on to the kind of their position in the Premier League table. Let me see where are Leeds. I mean, guys, honestly, I think Leeds are struggling to stay in the Premier League. They might find it a little bit difficult. Let me just... Sorry. Hang on. Yeah, so... Let me show you here. Look at Leeds' fixtures, guys. I mean, these 3 fixtures is very difficult for Leeds. And, if you look at the Premier League table, where are Leeds? I think Leeds are 16th. Yeah, Leeds are 16th with 34 points. They've played one more game than Everton, who are 18th currently. It's gonna be touch and go. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a difficult one to. Just give me a second. I can. For some reason, it's not opening. Just give me a second. I'm trying to open the Premier League table just so I can just actually show you guys. Obviously, it's no, not this. Oh, sorry. Just a second. Yeah. Hopefully you can see the table. So you guys, you see this table. I mean, look at the bottom of the table. Burnley are currently out of the relegation zone. Everton are currently in it, but they have played one game less. Leeds are on. Let us assume that Watford and Norwich have already been relegated. The real issue is here. This is where the real thing is going on. Burnley are trying really hard to survive. They've actually done really well. Leeds, look at the next 3 fixtures. Now let me just show you the fixtures of these teams. Look at this fixtures. Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal. I mean, Brighton and Brentford, they might get something from this, but I don't expect them to get too much from them. Burnley, I think they have more favorable fixtures. I mean, Watford, Aston Villa, Newcastle. I think they can win at least, if they really want to stay in the Premier League, they can win 3 out of them. Everton, on the other hand, they also have some alright fixtures. Leeds don't have alright fixtures. Like Watford, Brentford, Palace. They have a stronger team. Everton, they can try to stay in the league. I think Leeds can come in for a big problem if if that happens. Anyways, Reguilon to Emerson Royale or Sessegnon. Any other better options for the price range? No, I think Emerson Royale is better, Zara, I think. Yep. Roary says Sterling captain or Sterling to Son captain. I personally have done Sterling to Son captain, but you have to decide, my friend. I definitely prefer 30 minutes of Havertz over 30 minutes of Maddison, just in case. Definitely, I think 30 minutes of Havertz over 30 minutes of Maddison, I agree with that. Just whether to go Broja over Havertz. I think Broja over Havertz is the real question for me as well. I was never thinking about Maddison. I'm thinking of Broja over Havertz, yeah. So it's the same way I'm thinking for my team. Whether I go for whether I go for J. Rodriguez over Havertz, like that is the same question, or Pookie over Havertz for that matter. That is the question which I have in my mind. Don't like doing that. That is the reason I thought I just should take Havertz out for Saka. Just take a hit, take him out for Saka, because that is exactly what I'm going to do next week. That is exactly what I'm going to do next week. So why not do it this week and kind of put Saka in the team? What do you think about this move, guys? Neil says, do you think Walker out Zinchenko is an option for City? I'll have a look at my predicted lineups. You can do Coutinho to Havertz. Anyways, I need to answer questions. Not time is running short. Shopman says, gotta go back to work. Good luck, guys. Good luck, Shopman. Thank you so much for the visit. Do you think City will drop points? No, George, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I don't see them dropping points is the issue. The games are... Which game would they drop points in? I mean, Leeds, Newcastle. Yeah, these are the two games in which they might struggle, but these are the type of games which City absolutely knows how to kill. Wolves have been a tricky fixture for City over the years, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to stop the juggernaut. In my opinion, I don't think City is gonna lose points. Pedro says Saka is flagged. I think Saka is gonna be fine, my friend. He's been training. I think he should be okay. I know he's flagged, by the way, but in my opinion, I think he's gonna be fine. I don't think he's not gonna start. Let me check my notes again. Bukayo Saka forced off during the, let me see. Arteta said Bukayo Saka has recovered well. Hopefully he will be fine. He had some issues in the final part of the game, So Mikel Arteta said hopefully he should be fine. If Arteta is saying he should be fine, I think he's going to be able to play. Not a problem. Start Foster or Schmeichel. I'm starting Foster. Saka to Mount. No chance. I will keep Saka. Starfro says, could only afford Kulusevski from Spurs, could captain him or Salah. Out of those two, I would captain Salah. Bro, if Mahrez is out to start, then out for Saka -4. I think so, yes, as said. I don't think Mahrez is going to start this game. Technically speaking, again, guys, don't blame me if they start. I'm just giving you the predictions, what is going to happen. Barry says, would you bring in Saka for a -4 this week? Need to move Rafinha on right now. I would. The thing is, I'm not sure how many points he scores, Saka. West Ham United is struggling in the Conference League, Europa League as well. They had a match against Eintracht Frankfurt, I think, yeah. So they're losing 2-1, at home they lost 2-1. So they have to go away to Eintracht Frankfurt next week and try to win that game. So I'm not sure how West Ham will approach this game. Whether they'll try to go all in for the Premier League, like trying to get top 6 again. Will they kind of play a weak team, try to win the game against Frankfurt? I'm not sure how this game goes. I'm a little bit worried about this as to how West Ham is going to set up. Any love for Bailly at Villa? I love him as a player. As an FPL asset, I'd like to see him perform before I can get him in. Barry says, oh yeah, answer that. Suleiman says, free hit in 36, bench boost in 37, or bench boost in 36 and free hit in 37. Bench boost in 36 and free hit in 37. Depends on your team. Although I am doing this. Havertz to Coutinho. If you don't have a free hit for 37, then Havertz to Coutinho makes all the sense. Saka is flagged. High visit Havertz to Coutinho. I mean, I could do Havertz to Coutinho as well for my team, guys. Have this option too. As a LFC fan, give me some hope City drop on. Guys, I'm not trying to be kind of subjective here. I'm trying to be objective in saying I honestly don't see City dropping points. They're they're a machine, a footballing machine. Don't see them dropping points. I mean, if you ask me who do I prefer to win the league title, Liverpool or City, I would prefer Liverpool to win the league title because I don't prefer City as a club as compared to Liverpool. But we have to be realistic. Liverpool have got Champions League, they've got FA Cup as well, final, and they've got they've got Tottenham, they've got similar fixtures as well. But the thing is, they're 1 point behind City, and it's gonna be a fight till the end. If nerves get to the club, then I can't say what happens. Hi, Wes, Pookie or Tony to bench and Son or De Bruyne to captain. I would bench Pookie. I would. This is a difficult one. Need to think a little bit more. I'll answer you. I I think City's fixtures get a lot harder than Liverpool's if Liverpool beat Newcastle and Tottenham and West Ham are knocked out of the Europa League. I think City, that's exactly what I was going to say, George. That's a fair point as well. Like if City get dropped out of the Champions League, but the thing is, if City drop out of the Champions League, you know, then City is gonna go all in for the league title, and then they're not gonna drop it. If City progress in the Champions League, then it's a different strategy. You know, for example, if City are going for the Champions League final, City and Liverpool, they're going for the Premier League title, City and Liverpool, gonna be an interesting end to the season. We need more subjectivity. The energy of the Wizards can take us over the line. Well, my energy is with you, my friend. Absolutely. Best 5.3 million goalkeeper. I don't see any like really good goalkeeper in that range. I'd say you can go for Martinez or you can go for Kasper Schmeichel, Fez. Murley says, who are you captaining with? I'm captaining Son, Murley. Whew, guys. Schmeichel, I think. Yeah, I think so. Schmeichel is the best. Yeah, absolutely. The questions are absolutely raining in today. I thought today's stream is going to be laid back. No panic stations. But I didn't expect that many questions. So guys, the last point is what to do with Havertz. The thing is, I could go with Coutinho, because he plays against Norwich. But the problem is, he'd not been playing many minutes. 2, Aston Villa haven't been playing really well. When was the last time they won a game, Aston Villa? They won against Leeds, right? 28. Then they lost to West Ham United, lost to Arsenal, lost to Wolves, lost to Tottenham, drew against Leicester. I mean, they're not in good form, Aston Villa is the problem, The last game they won was against Leeds, but but Leeds is different. These are the 2 games they won. This was the double game week in which actually Coutinho scored a lot of points. And after that, they actually fizzled out. Absolutely fizzled out. Let's... Son and Havertz out for KDB and Coutinho. No, I don't think so. Simply Havertz to Coutinho, that's it. Mount or Havertz for cash? Havertz. Start Saka or Nketiah? Saka. I had a red arrow 100k from 400 to 500. Is there any chance I can make 300k? Definitely you can make 300k, my friend. Covering 100k is not that difficult. You just need to play your chips properly if you have some of them. You're doing great as usual with a question answering machine. Thank you so much, Pedro. I really appreciate it. Sometimes I just feel that hard to do justice to the questions in such a short time. Smelly Web says bench Havertz, play Pookie, roll the transfer. Smelly Web, you're talking to me, right? I've already made my transfer. I've taken out Sterling and brought in Son. So there's no chance of rolling the transfer. Which one would you pick? Would you pick Pookie? Or would you pick J. Rodriguez against Watford? Because Norwich are relegated. Burnley have something to fight for. Coutinho is a trap. Not sure even he plays both the doubles. I think he's gonna play all the games. The problem is that Aston Villa are not doing too well. Bro, I play one Richarlison, Pookie or Dennis. If I had to choose one, I think I'd choose Dennis or Pookie. Richarlison, I'm in decent form, but I think Chelsea are a really strong club at the moment. Although this is a tough question. The thing is very hard to compare these players, my friend. Whether you want to play fixture over form or form over fixture is the question. Madison out for Coutinho. Yeah, you can do it, I think, my friend. I'm not sure how much time, how much he plays, how much time he gets. Viz, are you considering Son over Salah for captaincy? Salah a concern? No, Salah minutes are a concern, yes, because they're in the Champions League against Villarreal. They also have an FA Cup final coming up, so I'm a little bit concerned about Salah's minutes. And also, it is the first fixture of the game week. I don't want to be depressed for the rest of the game week, honestly, my friend. FPL is getting a bit depressing. Ever since I've made to 3000, I've been dropping every week in rank. I need to stop that, this rut. I need to stop it some way or another. I need to do some voodoo kind of stuff. My kind of staff and magic ball are not seem to be working for my own team, at least. Faz says wildcard team: Ramsdale, Cancelo, Virgil van Dijk, Alonso, Salah. Son, Coutinho, Jota. I mean, Jota on wildcard, not so sure because the minutes are limited. Better to go for somebody whose minutes are nailed on. Nketiah is fine. Cody, I'm not so sure. You could think about somebody else. Ben Johnson. Paz, I'm not so sure about Jota and Virgil van Dijk. You could easily pick Matip. And upgrade Jota to somebody else. You know? You could think about upgrade Jota. Downgrade VVD to Matip. Wiz, are you playing Kasper Schmeichel or Foster? I'm playing Foster, my friend. Pukki versus Rodriguez is a tough one. I know, my friend, that's the problem. Newcastle are good at home as well. Will put up a good fight. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Liverpool, my friend. Although they are good at home, but I think they're safe now. If you look at the table, Newcastle are safe for now, and I don't think they're going to be kind of stopping Liverpool from playing. I mean, look where Newcastle are. We were talking about them getting relegated about a few weeks back. Game week 25, we were talking about Newcastle going to get relegated. They're not winning anything. Eddie Howe's not being able to do well. But I don't know what happened. Somehow, they brought Bruno Guimaraes. They brought in a few transfers. They refreshed their team. And they've been absolutely flying. Newcastle top 10. Like, they're in the top 10 right now. That's absolutely crazy. Leeds, I think, are in real trouble. I'm telling you guys, I mean, if Burnley win the next two fixtures and Leeds lose the next two, it's the momentum. It's going to be very, very hard. Even Everton, keep an eye on Everton. I think Everton are going to survive. I think they have the resources to survive. They have the players to dig them out of a hole. Leeds United are absolutely struggling with injuries. I think it's going to be hard for them, guys. Honestly, I think it's going to be hard for them. These 4 a.m. stream times are killer. Hey Todd, welcome to the stream. And I'm really thankful that even these stream times are killer and you still find time to make it to the streams, my friend. I really appreciate that. I'm confused about when I use my last free hit. If I were to use it next week, Saka still a great option for this week. Yes, definitely, Saka is a good option. Paz, maybe consider an Everton attacker, Richarlison or Gordon. Yeah, absolutely agree. Gordon is a good idea. Alonso or Silva on a wildcard. I like to go with... If you have to go with one, I think go with Alonso. Although I prefer Reece James. Michael says, Wiz, I'm 50 points behind leader in my mini league. Who would you captain out of Mount, Coutinho or Foden? If I had to captain only from these three, I'd captain Coutinho. Alright, let's fix my team quickly. So guys, this is the dilemma right now, right? Havertz, not sure if he plays. I can transfer him out for Saka. That is one option. Or I can play Pukki or Rodriguez. Which one do I play? Do I play Pukki or do I play Rodriguez? Is the question. I am just thinking. I think I'll play Pukki. Havertz. Yeah, I think I'll play Pukki. Brother, who will you start, Pukki or Dennis? I don't... I think if I had the options, I'd start Dennis possibly because I think Dennis, they're both similar, but at least Dennis is playing at home, playing against an easier team as compared to Pukki. Aston Villa are defensively better. I agree with that. Todd says Pukki, so I go with Pukki. Yeah, I go with Pukki, definitely. Hang on. Where's my captain? I hope you can see the same team I'm seeing, yeah. So yeah, I'm making a tree, kind of a Christmas tree here. Hopefully Santa comes and gives me some gifts because I really need it. My team is absolutely struggling. I mean, you see, it's not right for me to say struggling because I've been into the top 3k. I'm still at 42, 43k and people are like struggling at 300, 500. I'm not saying my team is struggling, but I'm just, the trend is not good. I like to, stop the rut, take myself back. Cinema Crazy says, hey, Tony or Madison first bench? Tony. Definitely Tony. Michael says, thanks, Wiz. You're welcome, my friend. Always welcome. Smelly Web, my team is sorted, bro. Thank you so much for the tips. Bro, Captain Saka, Salah, Coutinho or Cancelo? Saka. Salah or Coutinho has to be the one. I captain Son any... I captain Son any reason why. I mean... Son is a great option. I mean, Leicester are struggling. The thing is, they're drawing with Roma 1-1 in the Conference League. They're concentrating their They might not play a very strong team. That will give Spurs ample opportunities to score, I hope. I also have Watkins. He's a better captain than Coutinho. I'm not so sure about Watkins. He's a very frustrating player to own. Always hits the post. I'm Sully says, thanks Fizz. Let's get it. Let's get it, bro. Hope for the best. Play Emerson Elanga or Emerson Royale? If I was you, I would play Emerson Royale. Although Elanga is playing all the games, the thing is Manchester United are not scoring too many goals. That's the problem. Ooh. Guys, I've been added. It's already been 1 hour. It's very hard. So many questions never expected. But hope for the best, guys. I hope everybody locks their teams. I'm going to stop answering questions 2 minutes before the deadlines. I don't want anybody coming and telling me that I missed the deadline. For the love of God, just go lock your teams. I'm going to answer questions for 2 more minutes and then I'm going to stop. Start Pookie or Cash? That's a difficult one, Animations. A very difficult one. I think you can take a chance on Cash. Just a chance. I'm not so sure because this is a very difficult question. I don't have a right answer for that, bro. Honestly, I don't, because Cash has only scored well in game week 28, and after that Aston Villa haven't been playing that well. Pookie has been in decentish form, but last game week he didn't do much against Newcastle at home, but otherwise he's been playing at least 90 minutes. Cash will play 90 minutes. I think just start Cash. Just take a chance. I don't know. But difficult question. In my opinion, start Pookie because he's an attacker. I hope for a Pookie party. Well, if that's the logic, you always start the attacker over the defender. That is the logic of FPL. That is the logic which I like to go with, But again, Norwich are a relegated team. Not sure what motivation they have to kind of go and score goals unless they're just playing for fun. So yeah, you can go with Pookie as well. I don't have a right answer for that. Broya or Hwang to start? I haven't thought about Wolves in ages. I think you could start Broya. Yeah. Not sure what motivation Crystal Palace have as well. Crystal Palace are 14th in the league, not going one way or another, not getting relegated, not getting into the Europa League or Conference League positions. So better to at least play a player against that kind of a team. They might go on the beach. Guys, I'm gonna stop answering questions right now. Just go lock your teams. Please don't miss the deadline. I keep reminding you every week, and in the end of the stream, I still get 1 or 2 people coming and saying that we missed the deadline. Don't like that at all. Please go and lock your teams. So guys, this is my team logged. Schmeichel on the bench, playing Foster, just taking a chance, playing Pookie. Doesn't look like a very strong team. At least, the defense looks strong, but the attackers are absolutely just all right. But I hope for the best. I hope Saka doesn't punish me too much. Let's see what happens. Son captain. Yeah, my captain is Son. Yep. My captain is Son SH. Locked. Loaded. No changes to my team now. Yep. So guys, I'm not going to be able to do predictions today. Not going to be able to stay for a very long time because I have to kind of go do some stuff. So I wish I could have stayed longer, but today I don't just have the time. But I hope you enjoyed the time which we spent here together. It was absolutely lots of fun answering your questions. Just 1 minute to go to the deadline. Captain Mount, and if you have Salah, Captain Salah. If you have Kane, Son, Captain them. I think they're better options than Mount. Viz, hope you've not been affected by the heat wave. Pedro, I think we've become used to the heat wave, my friend. I mean, it's just. For example, let me tell you a fact. I went every weekend, Saturday and Sunday we play badminton, and like I went to play in morning at 9 o'clock, and I came back at 12. We were absolutely we took electrolytes, we took everything which we possibly should have taken, but we were absolutely exhausted. It was a task for me to get out of the gymnasium, go pick my son from school and come back home. It was a task. It was absolutely hard. There's a very beautiful picture or I don't remember where I saw it. In India, as soon as you go out in the sun, the sun has a straw. He puts it on your head and it drinks all your juice. It's absolutely feels the same way. It's April. It's April, and it's insane that the temperatures are already above 40 degrees Celsius. I don't know what's going to happen in June and July, but I mean, this is insane global warming going on. We're not concerned, like recently I gave a talk on e-waste management, guys. Once you start looking at the problems that we people are creating for Mother Earth, Mother Nature, it becomes it just paints a really horrible picture for our planet in general. E-waste, we're producing e-waste like crazy, like changing our phones every day, not disposing of the batteries properly, creating like landfills everywhere, and we don't care about anything, guys. I mean, we have to think about what kind of future world we are going to give to our coming generations, our children, their children. What are we going to give them? Our ancestors gave us a beautiful Mother Earth, Mother Nature. They gave us a beautiful earth. We need to think about what we want. We need to think about what kind of a world we want to leave behind. This is not just for us to exploit. Earth has been existing since so many years. Human beings are here since so many years. It's not for us to destroy everything that our ancestors have created. Just saying, getting hotter by the day. George says, which ship are you using next week, Wiz? I'm using Bench Boost, my friend. Lighter says, we have massive fire or floods in Australia each year. I know, my friend. I've seen those pictures and it just pains me to see that. I mean, Amazon rainforests, what's happening over there, fires in forests, deforestation in India. I mean, we used to have so many trees here in India, but since the population is increasing, they just cut down the trees, and they say they're going to replant them, but a tree to become big, it takes about 10 years for a tree to become big. I read a very beautiful quote on the internet. They say everybody wants to stand in the shade, but nobody wants to plant any trees. It was so beautiful and so powerful. Everybody wants to park their cars in the shade, but nobody wants to plant any trees. It was so powerful. I was really touched by that quote. Anyways, Pedro says, I know the feeling. I lived in a city with average 40-degree heat for 5 years. Shade is our friend. 100% agree on e-waste and the environment. Spot on. We have to be concerned. The thing is, we have to be sensitized about, for example, they're showing us, I buy a new cell phone today, for example, and the next day the advertisement comes out that my mobile has now become the older model because the new model has come out. What is different? This one has a slight bezel on the side. This one has a Snapdragon this processor. The other one had this processor. I mean, come on, we have to think about the utility of things. We're not supposed to think about the style of things. And guys, for all of you who don't belong to India, I tell you one thing. In India, we used to have a beautiful culture of repairing things, We used to repair everything. I remember we used to have an old television when I was small. It used to get broken every 6 months. We would feel proud to take it to the shop to get it fixed. It was beautiful. Any transistor, any radio, anything used to get damaged, the first instinct was to get it repaired. Now what's happening, guys? We just, every time anything happens to something, we just think, alright, no problem, just get rid of it. Let's just buy a new one. That is the culture that is being developed. We are moving away from the culture to repair things. Guys, we've stopped repairing relationships. You know this? We stopped repairing relationships. Earlier, when we were young, people used to fight. They used to talk over it. Nowadays, people fight and they say, fair enough, I've got so many more people to talk to. Why should I talk to you again? Go away. I don't need you anymore. So we need to sensitize ourselves, we need to repair things, we need to reuse, recycle, and we need to repair our relationships as well. We don't need to just walk away and fight. That is not how the world was supposed to be. No, we just need to think about these things. Anyways, agree with, but thankfully generations from millennials onward are very eco-conscious. I'd be really thankful before we leave this world, to see this world in better hands, because our generations and the generations before ours have really, really destroyed this. It's absolutely crazy. Lightra says Wiz for a PM. Thank you so much, my friend. But honestly, everybody needs to be sensitive about these things, guys. It's very important. I just, I don't know why I started talking about this, but I think it was because Pedro talked about the heat wave, and we are really getting affected by it. So that is the reason I think the glaciers are melting. Eventually, the water levels are going down. Everything. Anyways, I don't want to paint a rosy picture when things are not good, but at least we all need to work on it. I just want to say this. At least the community, the visit community, needs to be sensitized about these things. When you throw away the trash of your house, guys, separate them into organic, inorganic, waste. It really helps. When you throw everything in the same waste, they put everything in the same landfilling, and it is really dangerous. Somebody has to separate that for you then, guys. Somebody has to do it for you. Why not you do it in your homes? Just takes 5 minutes to kind of buy 2 separate or 3 separate waste bins and separate your garbage. Just in my opinion. That's one downside though. Globalization of the social aspect life means we're no more apt to ignore the people around. That is true, George. That is true. I mean, I agree with that. I know globalization has brought so many good things to this world. The only thing is we never talked about the repercussions. We never talked about the consequences and the bad things which were happening. I think we ignored them for a very long time, and now we're becoming aware to them. Hopefully in the coming times we can sort them out. Before people know their neighbors and community nowadays, a lot of people don't even know who's living next door. Well, that is right. Einstein said, guys, I go to a restaurant, I go to a mall, I go anywhere, I see 4 people sitting on the same table. They've ordered their food, but they're not talking to each other. They're looking at their phones. It is so, it pains me to see people like this sometimes. As you know, I'm a teacher. I teach, right? I tell my students always, I said, technology was meant to give you convenience. It was not meant to make you slaves of technology. You were meant to be given convenience, luxuries, so you could go for higher pursuits in life. Not because, you will become slaves of technology. You were not given these things to make you slaves. You were given these things so that your life becomes easy and you go for something higher in your life. You go for higher pursuits. Newton said, whatever I've achieved by standing on the shoulder of the giants, guys. And that was so beautiful. And we people have been made to stand on the shoulder of the giants. We've got so many luxuries our parents didn't have. We've got all the information on the internet. We've got so many things, but we're just becoming slaves of technology. We're not going for any higher pursuits. I don't think so. And Einstein said, the day technology will start dominating over human interaction, we will have a generation of fools. Just make sure that we are not those people, guys. We need to be aware of these things. Anyways, this is again an FPL stream and not supposed to be talking too much about other things. And let me just go over to Twitter and see if I have any team news for you guys, and then I'm gonna leave. Any leaks, guys? I'm not going to pretend. He doesn't. Who doesn't start? What? Hey mate, who doesn't start? Salah doesn't start? What? Spine Cop is saying Salah doesn't start. It's gonna be insane, guys. No chance. But he told this after the deadline, so there's no point in kind of being sad over this. But Salah benched. Whoa, guys. Whoa. Guys, this might be Web says wise words. Thank you so much, guys. I know this is an FPL stream, but you know, when we're done with the deadline, I think we sometimes we need to discuss on these issues, because you know we're all living in the same world, guys. We're all breathing the same air. We're living in the same world, and so is gonna be in our future generations. We have to be sensitized. We have to be concerned. But anyways, this is beyond the scope of what I was saying. What I was saying is Salah is benched. That's the news on the internet. That is absolutely crazy, guys. Fine Cop is saying Salah benched, and he's never wrong. Here, let me share the tweet with you. Guys, this is going to be absolutely insane if Salah's benched. Here, I'm sharing the link of the tweet with you. But I was going to captain Salah. You know, he might come on again at halftime, just like he did against Crystal Palace, and score like many goals. But I told you repeatedly, people were asking me, why are you not captaining Salah, right? You were here, all of you were here. What was I telling you? I was saying that, you know, I am not captaining Salah because I feel that there's Champions League, there's FA Cup final gonna come, you know, so maybe Salah needs rest. I said that, and that is the reason I didn't captain Salah. But I'm a little bit concerned now. My team looks a bit thin in attack. Like, I've got 5 attackers because I'm playing 5 at the back, and out of them, if Salah doesn't start, I don't know what's gonna happen here. A little bit concerned. Anyways, what can we do? Anyways, that's an extremely reliable. So he is very reliable. Yep. Spine Cop is one of the most reliable sources for Liverpool, and if he says Salah is benched, then Salah is benched definitely. I would not doubt him. He always gives the right. Todd says, "Whoa, Salah." Yep, that's the news, Todd. But again, even if we didn't know or have any leaks, didn't I tell you that I was expecting this to happen, right? Maybe this game, maybe the next game. That is the reason I didn't tell you to captain Salah. Again, I told you, if you don't have any better options, if you don't have Son, if you don't have Kane, then you can think about it. But otherwise, I've been saying the reason why I'm not captaining Salah is because I'm expecting him to lose some minutes, or expect him to get rested. Well, let's see what happens, guys. We have only one transfer. We have only that much amount of control, and we've exercised our control. Now everything is beyond our control. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope, you know, something good happens this game week or the next, and then the season is gonna end. Anyways, guys, with these words, I'm gonna have to end the stream today. I'm sorry I can't stay longer with you, but it was really, really nice talking to you guys, and I'll see you around for the next deadline stream. Just like to tell you to take care and have a great game week. May the airs be green. FPL Visit signing out, guys. I'll see you. Bye bye.